This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I've got today a video to show you. Just watch it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. In just a second. Oh crap. I hate it when it doesn't want to do it. Okay, here it is. All right.
Mama! Mama!
I just thought he was gay. This is my child. He gonna go home.
Hey, right? Oh, right? Y'all ain't gotta put that on the
This
news.
is my son. I just thought he was
Wow.
gay. Guy, you wanna go home? I'm your cat. I ain't no cat. God's your cat. I'm sorry, but I'm just a concerned parent. Walk around. Yeah, you finna come home. I'm your mama. You gonna get smacked again if you don't come home. So it's your choice. Cause folks call me talking about your son in the business, something that happened to him. My heart done dropped. Come on here. Nobody talking. Come on, bro. You ain't never been in jail, but you running over here. You go, go.
We did a brief mini broadcast a little while ago.
Okay, so you saw that clip was only like a minute and 15 seconds. A lot was wrong with it. A lot was wrong with that. That was her son, and yes, he was grown. Okay. Several things can be extrapolated from that. Several things was wrong with it. And we're going to go over a few of them. This is how Black women degrade Black men. This is her whole son. And she is emasculating and degrading this man. I don't care that he's your son. I don't care if he still live with you. Because by the demeanor, by everything that's going on, he lived with her. He's being completely taken care of by her. But so, all of that would be her fault, not his fault. She raised him. Okay, so here are the things. He grown, but she treating him like a child. See, the problem that a lot of Black mothers have is that they can't let go and make the distinction between their children always being their children, but not being children. Your children do become adults that have to get the respect of adults. She doesn't feel like she needed to respect him. And see, it's not just because he lives with her still. That this is obvious. The demeanor that he has with her is obvious. But Black mothers do this to their sons that don't live with them, that are out on their own, taking care of themselves, and their mother don't take care of them, but they still feel entitled to talk to their sons this kind of way, no matter how old he get, family of his own, house of his own, business of his own, money of his own, and she still feels entitled to degrade and talk to him and pop him upside the head and tell him to go here and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? She still feels entitled to do that. This young man obviously does not have any structure, and he does not know how to be a man. He doesn't know how to assert his masculinity. This because she has demoralized him since he was a little boy. This woman has been domineering and demoralizing to that boy. She done beat it out of him. It's gone. It left. She started doing that right before puberty, right at puberty, and all during it. And he was just the type of guy that instead of keep bucking it and bucking it and bucking it like some boys do, he just acquiesced to it. And it was like, okay, mama, whatever you say, mama. And she assumed all rights and all control over him by not ever allowing him to exercise his masculinity because it was an affront to her. It was viewed as disrespectful to her. See, this is what you have to understand about Black mothers towards their sons. Any recognition of his own masculinity and any display of such is a disrespect to her automatically. If he called himself not going to listen to something that he said, and mind you, this is natural. This is a natural thing that boys go through. They go through a phase where it begins where she doesn't no longer have that same authority over him. He begins to outgrow the authority of females. While he's a little boy, yes, his mother does have authority over him. She needs to. But once he starts to assert and feel the testosterone, and he feel that he don't want to bow down to women anymore because that's not his natural position. He's trying to find out how he should behave as a man. And these domineering, overbearing Black mothers always try to beat it out of their sons or bully it out of their sons. And sometimes their sons don't go for it. He just become extra rebellious. And some of them, a lot of them, just buck down to what she's saying. He just goes with what she's saying. And he stops being able to stand up for himself, or he never learns how to stand up for himself, particularly women. And then he'll actually extend this out to other women. This is the mama's boy. He'll extend it out to other women. Another woman will be able to come along and run him the same way that his mom does, and he won't see any problem with it. Inside, he'll feel some type of way about it, but he won't understand how to assert and how to put a stop to that because his mother demoralized him. You can tell that she feels ownership. I told you that Black mothers own their children, and Black women in general own Black men. This is a master-slave dynamic, and it plays out no better than a Black mother to her Black son. She tries to let him know every day how much she owns him and how much he's not his own person. She gets to direct him, even if this man seems like he's in his 20s, and she's still popping him upside the head out in public, pulling him by his shirt like a dog. Come on, come on, come on. You going home, instead of communicating with him. And I thought something was going on. Are you all right? Instead of just communicating with him like a human being, she communicate with him like you would a dog, because ultimately he's not human. He's only about 3/5 of a man, and she's treated him as such. She was treating him as such in that clip, and she was justifying it by saying, I'm his mother. So in Black language, that means I'm his owner. You can't question me. Just like the plantation owner in the days of chattel slavery, nobody could question the owner and what they did to the slave, whether it was considered to be, you know what I'm saying, respectful of the slave, or it was considered to be brutal. Nobody could. It was against cultural standards. It was a social faux pas to question a plantation owner about the treatment of his slaves, because he treated slaves how he wanted to. Whether you thought it was doing too much, going too far, too inhumane, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you ain't got to do him like that. Like, he'd get mad at you, like, you don't tell me what to do with my property. I own that. So I do whatever I want to do with that. And this is the same mentality that these Black mothers have over their children in general, their sons in particular, and Black men as a collective. They feel ownership of Black men. Now, Obviously, this man doesn't have any father figure, and this is why I say it's her fault. Because where's this boy's daddy? Where has his father been? And who has been the father figure, the strong father figure? Because if there's a man around, she run him too. No way that boy growing up as a boy was able to witness strong Black male masculinity and couldn't emulate it at all. Or he had no teaching. And this is where that single motherhood crap destroys our Black men. It effeminizes him. He's effeminate. He operating like a woman. He'll be operating like a woman. Now, she'll be the same person that's out here doing this to him. She'll, the next day, she'll be mad at him for not being a man. She'll argue at him about why he doesn't act like a man, or why he doesn't carry himself manly, why he doesn't carry himself, you know what I'm saying, in a masculine way. She'll degrade him again about that. These are the men that these single mothers are raising, and then get mad that the men act like this. Why come he ain't not masculine? Because you don't put him in masculine spaces. You demoralize him, which tells him that all of his authority is female. His authority is female. And that he doesn't have any authority at all, and no autonomy over his life and over no decisions. And then he becomes an adult, and then he doesn't act like an adult, or he doesn't act like what you think a man should act like. But this is on you. You put him in a position to be this way. You ran his father off for whatever reason. His father's not there. And then you failed to place him in masculine settings so that he can actually get that teaching, because you think you the mother and the father, and you think you can raise a man, and you can't. There is no structure with a woman that's just running the household by herself. She doesn't have any structure. She thinks hard-nosed discipline is structure, and it's not. She thinks that that's having some type of order. But really, it was just a demoralization and an emasculation and a degradation of him. He's to feel even worse, because this was public. How can he show his face around the other guys that he was hanging out with, probably trying to fit in or see where he fell as a man? And then to have your mama come out and basically grab you by the ear and drag you home in front of everybody, it was degrading for him. Now they gonna clown him. I mean, he might still be able to hang out with him, but he gonna get clowned. He gonna get clowned for that. And he gonna always get clowned for that. He ain't never gonna be able to live that down, especially not in the neighborhood. He can't live that down. Everybody gonna think that he, you know what I'm saying, he a jellyback. But she raised him a jellyback. This is the type of man that whenever he get into anything with a woman, she not gonna like or respect him. He'll serve her, but he not gonna be able to ever get no respect out of her, because he's not being masculine, and he was never put in a position to learn it. The comments were overwhelmingly in her favor, and it was pawned off as just simple mothering, care, concern, love, and all of that type of stuff for her son. Nobody in the comment section, all women, saw any problem with what she did. Everybody was like applauding it and like, yeah, that's what she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We love our children, and I'm gonna go get my son out of the streets and blah, blah. But you do everything to put him in the street. If he had structure, he wouldn't be trying to turn to the streets to get it, is failed to understand, goof nut. So all of that talking about we just being mothers and we just care about our son, boop, knock it off. If you cared about him, you would have put him in a better position to grow up as a better man and have a leg up in his life, instead of constantly having these children in these single mother struggling households. And I don't care how much money you got, you're struggling because you don't have no leadership and you don't have no structure, and not only for yourself, but for your kids either. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share,
and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.